Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the Summertime Mod. This is part 7. It's a day of Saturday, says Herr Glutvac. Now, in previous episodes we've had the promise that we may be getting some swimsuit fan service sometime fairly soon, which, you know, let's be honest, as a bunch of internet pervs, we probably all are looking forward to. Now, I don't know if that'll be this episode though. I can't remember, I think they said it was going to be Sunday when they do that, so it might, if it's not this episode, it'll probably be the next one, episode 8. So let's just keep going. It's the day of Saturday. I really have no clue of what today will bring. I can at least ask Sayori if she'd still like to go somewhere together. Hopefully she's not upset with me. With any luck, she's still got some of that eagerness I saw in her on Tuesday. I sent her a message at night saying I'm coming over in the morning, okay? She replied during the night, but I was already asleep by then. It's a single-word reply, but she's okay with it. Okay, yes. I can't actually remember what happened last episode. We went to the ice cream shop, didn't we? But I can't remember what happened. It's been a few days since my last recording session. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked on the door before entering it myself. Since she had no issue with it on Tuesday, I entered the house without worry. Sayori! I step inside and call out to whoever's around. Oh, guten Tag, ja. No response. It's as if the entire house was abandoned, especially with the door being unlocked. Like time has stopped. No noise. There are her parents. Who are her parents? Yeah, who were her parents? We never found out. I mean, I don't even remember what their occupations are, because Sayori barely ever talked about them. Seriously, are they working even on Saturdays? Since Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, she must be high up in her room. She's probably waiting for me, but I'm not going to let her jump me like last time. I head up to her bedroom door, being careful not to make any noise with my steps. I brace myself before grabbing the door handle. I gently open the door. I stand to the side, expecting her to come out or even just say something. I feel like I'm about to be taught a little lesson in trickery. There's Sayori's room. As I step into the room, it becomes glaringly obvious why she didn't respond to the door opening. She's in bed, isn't she? Is it me? I think that she had that bird plush down there. See that in the bed there? I'm pretty sure in the main game that's actually sat somewhere else, isn't it? So I'm guessing the makers of this mod changed some of the details on some of the existing CGs. She's just lying there, with a green bird plush between her arms, and her phone slapped across her face. No wonder she only replied with yeah. She probably went to sleep right after. I call out to her again in hopes of waking her up. Sayori! I try again a bit louder, but she's still not waking up. Shouting at her can't speak all of a sudden. Shouting at her would probably be excessive, so I go in and sit down next to her bed to think of a better way. Sayori! Wake up, sleepyhead, yeah? There's no response. I'll try to take a plush, that ought to get her to respond. There we are, just boom, right there in front of the screen. Mine, no take. She's holding onto it like there's no tomorrow. I can't just sit here until she decides to wake up. So she is pretty cute, as she's audibly blowing out air every time she exhales. I touch the tip of her nose lightly. And again. Boop, ja. Hey, I know a boop, asleep. Yeah, boop. Boop until you wake up, yeah? Hey, good, whoa, okay, wow. That text went by something I didn't click then. God, that was like in the main game when you have like random bits of text when things are getting creepy. They just flash up briefly and you can't read them because they just go by real fast. And, why did you wake me up? Because I didn't want to sit here for hours while you're sleeping. I told you I'm coming over. Hey, I guess. She sits up in her bed and starts rubbing her eyes. While she's getting herself together, I look around her room. I haven't come over like this in a long time, have I? Eh? I guess you're right. It has been a very long time. Not you haven't got your bow in your hair. Again, that's like a customised sprite there, that must be. Somebody must have really done some work actually on that, because it kind of looks quite like it would be an actual sprite in the main game. Unless it is, and I just don't realise unless it's like an unused sprite or something. Not much has really changed in this room. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognise the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Then I used to come over more often and it wasn't such a mess. You see, this is like that moment in the game where you get here and Sayori confesses that she's always had depression. I wonder. I don't know how long this mod actually is, but we'll see. Hey, that's because you always ended up clearing the cleaning. There's a minute of silence between us. So, what brings you here? I assume you didn't come over to tidy my room. Not that I would mind watching you clean up. Well, I just felt a little bit guilty about leaving you behind yesterday. If you still want to, we could go somewhere. Oh, sorry, I just imagined you cleaning in a maid outfit. Wow. Yeah, didn't realise you had that kind of kink there, Sayori. I roll my eyes at Sayori's remark. You're about to be into that. I mean, going out, not any maid thing, though secretly I do love it. It does tick all of my boxes. Oh god, it's going to be one of those moments where I start adding in lines of my own. So, where would you like to go, yeah? I don't know. I let out a sigh and sit next to Sayori. I have to think of some place to go. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction, yeah. I stand up, but she's still spaced out. Her expression is similar to when I saw her at the bus stop on Monday. I grab a green bird and push it against her face just to jolt her back to reality. Oh, Mr. Bird wants a hug. She grabs onto the plush and touches my fingers in the process. Hey, why, an imposter? Attack! Sayori's trying to tickle me, but it feels more like scratching or a very bad attempt at rapid fingertip tapping massage. A fingertip tapping massage, you say? Oh, you're trying to tickle me, I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you want me to show you how to tickle properly, well, you really put me in a trap, Gloopfack. I kinda do. Okay, that's the moment where she'd say, you put me in a trap, I have depression. But no, this time it's something innocent and sweet. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, for some people tickling isn't innocent and sweet. For some people, you know, it's a sex thing, but why are we going in this direction? I don't know. Let's just read what the text says. Permission granted, the tickle monster is set loose, yeah. A shaking sprite. Aha! Please, no, please, aha! Pausing the tickle touch, I let her get a breather. Oh, why just stop? Hey! No, not there, that's a very tickly. She's blushing for almost laughing. Oh no, don't want to overdo it. Everything in moderation, after all. This, is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I can distinctly feel the sudden change from my smile to a confused expression on my own face here. What on earth are you saying? Shellfish, I meant to say shellfish. That doesn't make any sense, yeah? Is she calling herself that because she has a guilty conscience? I can't imagine her doing anything worse than what I've already been told by the girls from her club. So, Gloopfack, are we going somewhere, or you got into the mood for cleaning, maybe? I'm still thinking about that maid costume on you, that tight maid costume with the short skirt. Well, Sayori, you kinky bugger. We're going, yeah. I'll go grab something from home and we'll meet in front of your house, okay? Gas from my tea coming up my throat. Yeah, there we are. Hey, getting ready for an adventure, Gloopfack. I wave goodbye to her, avoiding any further formalities. It's not like anything is going to change in such a short time that would call for a special gesture. I leave the house amidst the noise of my footsteps echoing in the silent rooms. After leaving the silent building, I am greeted by the sounds of nature and the caressing warmth of summer sunshine. I'm filled with a gentle sense of optimism about things to come. I don't waste much time at home and only spend a few minutes in my room before coming back out. Sayori is still not around when I get back to her house, so I hope she didn't pick up the habit of spending ages on trying to figure out what to wear. Especially since this occasion isn't even that special. We're just going for a walk. Which reminds me, I don't know where we should go. My thoughts start racing at the possibilities. We could invade Poland, or maybe a Czech Republic. No. I have my wallet and some money that I could spend, but that just gives me more things to choose from, not less. My train of thought is derailed as the gate opens and an unexpected sight appears before me. Oh, hello. You put on something special, did you? Hey, it's adventure time. Are you spacing out again? Oh, nine, I was just... You're not having second thoughts, are you? I'm having certain thoughts, but that's not the right way to describe them. Nine, it's just... I'm not really sure where we should go. Hey, Gloopfack, life doesn't have to be that complicated, you know. That's going a bit German. Just to pick a direction and take the first step. Aha! If we change our mind on the way, that's okay. That's really something I'd expect from Sayori. Words of wisdom, nonetheless. I look away for a few seconds, taking what she just said, and then look her straight in the eyes with a smile on my face. And let's go then. Hey, adventure time. What, are we going to school? I recognise that, CG. Our adventure begins in the most boring way imaginable, walking on the same path I take to school almost every day. I want to go somewhere different. I want things to be different. If we approach one of the streets I always pass by on my way to school, oddly enough I don't remember what is at the end of this road, even though it's so close to home. Unlike yesterday, she is very receptive to my suggestion of changing course. Like it didn't even matter where we'll end up, she'll follow me gleefully. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. On our way, we see a shop selling all kinds of baked goodies, but I know without checking, Sayori's gaze is locked on it. In fact, she stops and starts window shopping like a kid in front of a Toy Story. Toy Story? Toy Store, even. don't know why Toy Story just came in then. Bloody hell. Man. I like that music in the background. This feels very dramatic. Like we're reaching the culmination point or something. I don't know. Let me guess. You're hungry. Hey, how'd you know? Because I literally woke you up an hour ago and knows that you didn't have time for breakfast. Hey, I wish I had some SpaghettiOs in my pocket right now. I paused for a moment, waiting for her to give an explanation. That doesn't sound like a good idea. I know that. I just wanted to say something funny. Sayori, you can't just say things out of context and expect it to be funny. Oh. Hey, Glutvac. Oh, okay, what was that? Hey, objection. Not going to lie, that one made me smile. Come on, let's get breakfast, yeah. If we go inside and browse the selection. So, Detective Herr Glutvac, if you're so smart, can you guess what I want to eat? Since you loved it so much when we were kids, a cinnamon bun. Hey, seriously, it's like you're using telephony. I think you mean telepathy. Yes, what he said. Hey, what's the difference? The one I said is an actual word. Hey, you're like that little junk-collecting robot, a grumpy cousin. What's that? Oh, a meanie. Oh, like a Wally. Wally, is that the reference? I don't know, I've never seen that movie. A meanie. I put my hands on my hips and give Sayori a playful smile. Oh, yo. Hey. After getting our food, she immediately munches, should say munches, not munches down on her cinnamon-covered pastries. I decide to hold on to mine for later. After all, it's just a matter of time until her tummy starts joining in our conversation. I don't recognise the houses we pass by while walking down the road, but this whole situation feels vaguely familiar. We've been walking down the road for some time now. This could be the longest street in our city. I'm not really one who walks around for no reason, so it's not surprising how little I've seen of this place so far. Even Sayori asked if I knew where we are when we arrived at what almost looked like a cul-de-sac. However, there's a little forest path in front of us offering an option to continue our trek off-road. Hey, have you been here before, Herr Glutvac? Oh, give me a moment, I need to check something. Just as I suspected, there are markers next to the dirt path. People often come hiking around here, which explains why there's such a big opening in the woods. Suddenly I realised where that sense of familiarity came from. If adventure is what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. Come, follow me. Hey, but do you know where we're going? Trust me, I know. Okay. I trust you. It's going to the woods. Ooh. As we're walking down the path, I begin to recall my memories of this area. A couple of minutes have passed since we last spoke, so I decide to break the silence between us by throwing back her own question at her. Have you been here before, Sayori? No, and I don't know where this road will lead us. That's not the right voice. Hey, no, and I don't know where this road will lead us. Letting go of the opportunity to correct her on calling the path a road, I start telling her about my childhood memories where she wasn't present. Admittedly, those were the exception. When I was a little boy, my parents took me on hiking trips around here. I was a bit stubborn before we left the house, but once we were in the forest it was kind of exciting. My Vata always told me of all the animals that live in the woods, and occasionally pointed them out to me. Sometimes I was fast enough to see them. Usually I wasn't. Hey, did you pet any of them? I wanted to, but wild animals are too afraid of us to come even in arm's reach. Really, it's more the little stories that stuck with me than the few things I saw. Hey, what did you see? Trees, mostly. No, silly, I mean animals. Well, there was this one time. As I begin to tell Sayori about the things I saw and heard in the forest, I see her usual juvenile expression turn into something I can only describe as childlike wonder. Not childlike in a bad way, just innocent. With her listening to me in silence and slowly walking by my side with careful footsteps, I get a strange feeling. Is this what it felt like for Dad to guide me when I was little? But enough about my stories. Why don't you tell me one you have with your parents? A story. You know, like some trip you went on together. Well, wrong voice. Oh well, let me think. She's deep in thought for a minute or so before speaking up again. I remember the last big trip. We went to visit some relatives in another city. There was this big bouncy castle and I played with one of the kids from that part of the family. Playing in a bouncy castle? How old was she when this took place? She was really mean and pushed me down the slide, threw sand at me on the playground and stuff like that. After that we had a bigger family meal. We had hamburgers, a potato chips, some sticky dessert which I didn't even like. Then we came home. It wasn't that bad, I guess. How old were you, yeah? 12. That was 7 years ago. Yeah. Is that really the last trip you remember with your parents? Yeah. Why didn't you go anywhere since? Yeah. That's not a yes or no question. Or, work, I guess. I always got the impression that her parents were very busy people, but do they work so much as to have little to no time left for Sayori? Dad loves his job, but occasionally had a day or two off, and we all went to do stuff together. Isn't this what parents are supposed to do? Well, you still do other family stuff without travelling, right? Right? Just to realise something. Hey, Glowfact, did you know cereal is actually a cold soup? That was a random digression, but okay. 9. I thought it was a salad with milk as dressing. She's obviously avoiding the topic. Maybe I'll try to talk about it later. The path becomes increasingly steeper as we near one of the hills. I don't remember what the view is like, but that could be because I was so much shorter as a kid. Look at me now in comparison. Sayori becomes excited about yet another simple thing as she spots the top of the hill not far from where we are. Last place is a dummy. She gets ahead of me and starts jogging up the hill. As she gets ahead of me, I notice something about her. Maybe I just didn't notice it before, or it's the shorts that are a very good fit for her. What are you looking at, Herr Glutvac? What are you looking at, son? I start running too, but right when I was about to catch up to her, she stumbles and trips over. She slides on the rough dirt for a second. Akia! I immediately go to check up on her and extend a helping hand. Sayori, are you okay, yeah? Did you hurt yourself? Oh, I hurt my knee. Let me see. It's one of the drawbacks of shorts. No protection for your legs. Luckily, she barely scraped it, so it probably won't even hurt by tomorrow. The lesson for all you people watching this is don't wear shorts. Wear special German combat trousers, as distributed to the Wehrmacht. Very good for protecting legs in invasion of Poland. I figured I'd lighten the mood with a little joke. About the bleeding, Sayori. Oh, I'm not bleeding right now. I thought I already knew that. Eh? Oh. Sorry. Sorry, was that a joke? What? 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 Must be some terrible joke that I'm too innocent for. Is it bad that the first thing I thought of when he said bleeding was something else? I was thinking of something else there, let's just say. And I'm not going to say what, but let's just say it probably suggests that I have a bit of a dirty mind. But, yeah, whatever. It's okay, Sayori. Come on, grab my hand. She holds onto my hand with a gentle grip as I pull her up. Her eyes are locked onto mine for a few seconds before looking away. Hey, thanks. So far, do we check out the view from the hilltop? Yeah, let's go. As we get to the top, I take a good look at our surroundings. At hundreds, even thousands of trees under distant mountain range, another city lies beyond the forest. That is all there is to it. It's really nothing that strikes awe into most people. However, Sayori being herself really loves it and looks over it like it was a gift she just received. And this is so pretty, Herr Glubfack. You like the view, yeah? I love it. Can we stay here for a while? Of course we can, yeah. We take a seat by a big tree that's almost at the top of the hill. I don't know what the time is, but at this point I feel it doesn't matter anymore. For a few minutes we take in the view. Really, it's mostly Sayori who's enjoying it. I find it kind of boring after a while, because I'm an uncultured swine, and I don't really appreciate the beauty of nature. A few more minutes pass, yeah, or at least it feels like it. I decide to break the silence. Ring, ring. She didn't get it the first time, so I try again. Ring, ring. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Moshi moshi, Sayori desu. because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pronounce that Des, not Desu. Desu is the butchered weeaboo pronunciation, as far as I'm aware. Is your refrigerator running? No, because it's not a leg day. Bye-bye, click. I don't get it. I don't get it at all, but okay. Nice one, yeah. There's barely time for silence to set in before Sayori's stomach growls. Hasn't been more than a few hours since we ate. Did she have dinner yesterday? Hey, Hegloopfak. She's going to say she's hungry, isn't she? I'm hungry. Called it. So what should we do? Oh, well, I noticed you didn't eat your food yet, so I was thinking maybe we could share it. I bought your food after you slept through half the day, and you still want mine. Jeez. Yeah. Fine, whatever. Since we're in no hurry, I take my time eating a sizable cinnamon bun. Even Sayori's munching at a more modest pace than usual. With all of our food gone, I make a mental note that we should start walking home before we get hungry again. The path leading to our city isn't too long, but the road we came down on is the opposite. It would take us an hour or so to get home from here. Still, I brush off my worries about our time and instead focus on our time together. What would have you done if I just said I don't want to share? Hey, you're not like that. I know you, Hegloopfak. People can change, yeah. I'm glad to see you as cheerful as ever, but it worries me how you're still a bit of a klutz. Hey, a meanie. There's a big world waiting for you after high school that is much meaner than me. I mean, it's great to spend time with you after so long, but it's like you didn't change much since we were kids. You'll have to take life more seriously sooner than later. Hey, Hegloopfak. Why can't it be like it's always been? Like when we used to hang out all the time, you know? Because we're adults now, Sayori. That means acting more responsible and all kinds of other stuff we didn't get as kids. Heck, we're old enough to vote on how important things go, that I still don't understand. We have to move on, otherwise life will leave us behind. I'm trying. I'm expecting her to continue a sentence, but she just stays silent with her lips curled into a frown. Go on. I'm trying to move on, but it's hard. I know it's hard, but you don't have to go alone if that helps. We can be friends again and take this challenge head on together. Hey, you really mean that? I do, yeah. I'll have to thank Monica yet again. How so, yeah? She pushed me to speak to you on a Sunday. I kinda talked a lot about you, and she recognized you when we walked by the bus stop. I'm glad she did, yeah. So, do you have any plans when you finish high school? Kinda. Why don't you tell me about yours first? It's nothing grand since I only started to care about this a few months ago. My dad works as an electrician, so I was thinking. Time seemed like it flew by as I was telling Sarah about my plans for the future and how I came to the realization of slowly becoming an adult with responsibilities. The sun is approaching the horizon gradually at the pace of a creeping crawl. Her eyes tell me she's genuinely even interested when I talk about my future, but looks away when I tell more stories about me and Dad. You've been really silent for some time now, Sayori. I just like listening to you. Okay, yeah, but it's your turn now. Tell me what you have in mind for your future. It's not very specific. I'm listening, yeah. Well, I talked about it with Monica. She said I should consider becoming a teacher. I actually thought about it a couple of times back when Miss Kasumi used to teach us. Plus I really like kids. Getting a long summer break sounds awesome too. Already planning on lazing about on the job, yeah? No. Well, maybe a little. I guess it's a better alternative to working all the time. That reminds me, how come your parents are working so much? I don't know. Look, Hegloopfak, the sun is setting. Yeah, I see it. It's not like I wouldn't be able to see it while listening to her answer. We can get a greater view from here. Right. So about your parents? Can we watch the sunset, please? I mean, you don't have to look away. Please, just at the sunset. Okay, yeah. I give in for now, seeing as the subject is uncomfortable for her. However, what this brings to mind only makes me more concerned, not less. As the sun is setting, I try to recall when I last watched it like this. Not being a sentimental guy, I haven't cared to take the time and just watch the sky become enveloped by the night. Looking at it now, I appreciate how beautiful that increasingly orange-tinted ball of fire is. It's still pretty boring, though. Jesus Christ, Hegloopfak. Not very romantic, are you, lad? So, Sayori. Hey, look, I can see the stars. Do you think we will see a shooting star? I don't know, it's still a bit early to see a lot of stuff up there. I wish I could see a shooting star so I could make a wish. That's not how this works, that's not how any of this works. You're not supposed to say your wish out loud. I should keep my wishes to myself. If you wish upon a shooting star, yeah. What if I don't? In that case, wish away, Sayori. I wish that the rain clouds would go away forever. There's a moment of silence between us as I try to get my head around something that's definitely more than what it seems like on the surface. Feeling under the weather again, like on Thursday? Oh. Okay, we're going back in this direction. Oh no. Oh no. I have a crippling depression. Oh, she's saying it's a joke. Like the meme, the internet meme, you know. I have crippling depression. You know, that guy. She says that in a funny voice, but that's probably the first timing for that reference. Ah, I get that reference. No, seriously, what's wrong? She's not making an internet meme reference. Oh dear. I'm not joking this time, Herr Glufak. Never mind. If something happens that made you sad, you can tell me anything, really. I've only seen hints of something being wrong, but I brushed it off because I didn't want to be intrusive. A cheerful mood seems to have vanished now, like a file being deleted on a computer. That's a stupid way of putting it. But it's like the main game. It's not that bad, really. It will go away. No need to get yourself hung up about... Don't make puns like that! Jesus. I'm no mind reader, but the smile she gives me is clearly a forced one. It's too late for that. I'm only becoming more worried. Your parents aren't anywhere to be seen. They never take you to places. Now you say you're depressed. I'm sorry for making you all worried. Look, I don't know what's been happening with you in the past half a year or so, and now I feel like I know even less than on Sunday. So please, tell me what's going on here. Do you really want to get involved? I do, yeah. Okay, oh god, I just spilt tea on myself like an idiot. Bloody hell, what a flipping heck. I got so excited that, you know, I accidentally wobbled my hand. Friggin' tea. Only a little bit, though, not too much. What a friggin' clumsy bastard. There we are. Okay, don't to say I didn't warn you. Remember how we spent so much time together when we were kids? Did you ever wonder why I went over to your house so often? Did your mum and dad tell you? I'd never asked. I was just happy to have you over. My parents asked your parents a lot to let me stay over while they went about with their work. Sure, they sometimes took me with them, but it was awfully boring for me, so they just gave up on trying. I had other friends as well in elementary school, but only your parents seemed to accept me every time you were at home. Then as I got bigger, they didn't see any reason to not just leave me home alone. You still came over sometimes. That's going German again. Yeah. You still came over sometimes, which made me really happy. It still does. I didn't want to tell you this because I'm afraid of becoming a burden to you as well. Just like I am to my parents. Oh. Now in Sayori, you never were a burden to me. I don't know what the future will bring, but I'll be here for you and help in any way I can. I don't know what I can do, but I promise I won't give up on you. I'm just glad you're here again. After all of this time, you came back. Her eyes well up, and her tears begin to softly sparkle in the dim moonlight. I take her into my embrace, hoping this is the correct first step in helping her. She's sobbing next to my ear, and her tears are flowing onto my shoulder like tiny droplets of rain. For a minute I'm speechless, not wanting to interrupt her and letting it all out. Who knows how long she's been holding it in, yeah? She lets me go and she shows a meager smile while brushing her hair out of her face. I give you your shoulder a 10 out of 10, would cry on it again. That sounds like a biased review, yeah? I guess I'm a bias towards you. What's this weird fuzzy feelings I'm having? I knew we should have left before I got hungry again. It's getting later, we should really go home. Are you getting hungry, Herr Glufak? Yeah, how'd you guess? Because I'm starving. Let's probably say she's, not sees. I think she's just trying to make light of the situation. That's actually misspelled as well. Situation. Situation, seeing that we never really talked about anything like this. Is this why she was acting so immaturely to brush off these bitter feelings? Maybe, but I feel I should let her tell me everything at her own pace. I light the path with my smartphone and consequently feel grateful for this tiny gadget, because for once it's showing me the way instead of stealing my attention. On the way home, Sayori lets me in on another secret. Her depression prevents her from eating regularly. Being around her friends helps her relax enough to get her appetite back, but it comes back much stronger. This on and off eating is really unhealthy, but her depression always convinced her not to care. This is not care about it, or anything concerning her general well-being for that matter. We luckily found a bus on our way home that took us closer to our street. As the vehicle took its turn, Sarah became ever more cheerful again. We only spent 10 or so minutes on the bus, but an older purple-haired woman was eyeing us all the way. I don't recognise her, and my attention was kept by Sayori anyway. The older purple-haired woman? What's that? Are you not just talking about Yuri? You've mistaken her for an older woman? I don't know. It was only a few minutes' walk from the bus stop to our street. Then she said, "You brought a boy, way to ruin the atmosphere." That's a reference to the main game. You're Sayori. Do you know this one? You're so freaking precious, then you smile. I guess another meme reference, I don't know. Yeah, I know that song. Oh, it's a song, okay. I mean it. The night is dark and light is sparse, but not even that can hide Sayori's bright red blushing face. Not even nervous laughter comes out of her after hearing that. We arrive at her house, and I'm slightly torn after all that's happened today. It feels almost wrong to just say goodbye now, but I don't know what more to tell her. Maybe this. Thanks so much for today, Herr Glubfack. This meant more to me than you probably think. Before you go, Sayori, what was it again that you wished for? The rain clouds to go away, forever. I'm not the one who has all the answers, nor do I have the solution for your problem. But until you get better, does this help? I open my arms as an invitation for her to give me a hug. Oh, it's getting all gooey! It's getting all gooey, ladies and gents! When she takes me up on it. Did I get the good Sayori ending? Okay, Sunday! Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Now this could be the day of the swimsuit fan service scene. So, what I'm going to do, ladies and gents, I'm going to wrap up here. And I'm going to leave that for the next episode, for episode 8. So, if you're not doing so, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel, where I do various anime-related gubbins. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can go check that out. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Share my videos with your friends on social media, blah blah blah. You know the drill by now. So, this is General Red, signing off, and hoping you all join me for part 8, where, fingers crossed, as I'm hoping, we will get the fan service scene. Goodbye, everybody. So, way inside here. He's right fucking there. I can't fucking turn the camera though, because of the glitch. Oh, balls. Ooh, whoa, what the? Whoa! What? What just happened? I just jumped and... Whoa! Whoa! This isn't right. This is not right. Big Robot, if you're watching this, this is not right. I'm pretty sure the game is not supposed to be doing this.